All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And whoa, according to reports by Boxing News 24, Devin Haney may be trying to slide out of the fight with Vasyl Lomachenko with new demands. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division where there is a anticipated fight to take place between Vasyl Lomachenko and Devin "The Dream" Haney. And according to Boxing News 24, Devin Haney is demanding more accommodations from Vasyl Lomachenko in order to make the fight. Now, before I get into that, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And also to everybody that is a subscriber and supporter, thank you so much for your support. It really does make a big difference to the channel, especially those that come by videos like this and support in the super thanks. That is one of the main ways that the channel, like mine and others, are able to continue through you guys sponsoring videos like this. So thank you to anybody that supports it with the super thanks. And you can see that if you go where you can hit the like and you just slide over to your right until a heart with a $sign pops up, you'll see that there. Okay. Now, let's get into this. Again, according to Boxing News 24, Devin Haney, who is the undisputed champion at 147 pounds, he holds the WBO, the WBA Super, the IBF, and the WBC championships. And according to them, he is requesting more accommodations from Vasyl Lomachenko before he is willing to sign off on a fight with him that they say is going to be taking place in May. Now, for sake of, how can I say this? Sake of disclosure, Devin Haney said the same thing in the boxing ring with Vasyl Lomachenko when Vasyl Lomachenko said to him that, man, you look like a heavyweight. I do believe it was right there in the ring that Devin Haney said that he would be willing to fight him provided he makes some accommodations for Devin Haney. Now, what are those accommodations? We do not know for sure. What Boxing News 24 believed it was or thought it could be is the biggest accommodation that there is in boxing, which means more money. And whether or not Vasyl Lomachenko would be willing to give up a portion of his purse to allow Devin Haney to make more money in that fight than he otherwise would have. Now, what does that mean? It means, once again, I'm telling you, once again, people that support Devin Haney are in have another conundrum. Gervonta Tank Davis, who is the biggest cash cow below 147 pounds, for sure, without a doubt. When Gervonta Davis says, and this is me talking to boxing fans that come by my chats, come by the live streams, when Gervonta Davis says, look, you're going to take the money I give you because I don't care about them belts, I'm the man. And people will say and respond that it isn't about the money, it's about the belts, right? However, now you have, if they are correct about accommodations, and I don't know what other accommodations there would be, Devin is going to walk out second. I don't know if he's talking about the ring size. I doubt he's talking about any of that type of stuff. Most likely it's money. If he is demanding more money to fight Vasyl Lomachenko, or he's not going to fight Vasyl Lomachenko, right? And guess what? Vasyl Lomachenko is the #1 rated guy in the WBC. I have not looked in the rankings for the WBO. But if I do that, and I do not care, I'll do it in the middle of the middle of this video. If you don't want me doing it, hey man, just hold up 1 second. Let's see very quickly where Devin Haney is in the rankings. I mean, where Vasyl Lomachenko is. He is #1 in the WBC. He is #4 in the WBA. He is #3 in the IBF, and he is #1 in the WBO. So Vasyl Lomachenko is the #1 contender for Devin Haney's WBC title and his WBO title. He is also a former WBA champion, a former WBC champion, a former IBF champion. Oh, no, excuse me. I don't think he ever won the IBF. A former WBA champion, a former WBO champion in that division. And please do not tell me he was not a WBC champion, because that is not true. He won a vacant title off of Luke Campbell. And when that fight was over, that was the WBC title. And then he was franchised. So no need to make that mistake in the comments section. So you clearly have, of everybody that we talk about, with the exception of maybe Shakur Stevenson, who was #2 in the WBC, #2 in the WBO, and #5 in the WBA, and #5 in the IBF. That is the only person whose total rankings, compare to Vasyl Lomachenko. So if since Gervonta Davis is not ranked in the IBF, not ranked in the WBO, not ranked in the WBC, if you are not willing to fight, if you do not fight Vasyl Lomachenko and say that's because Vasyl Lomachenko wants too much money, you have an obligation to fight your #1 contender. That is what Devin Haney claimed when Vasyl Lomachenko was the champion, right? It's literally the same thing. Devin Haney was the #1 guy in the WBC when Vasyl Lomachenko won that title. And Devin Haney said because he was the #1 contender, Vasyl Lomachenko had a duty to fight him. And if he didn't fight him, he ducked him. So if Devin Haney lets money get in the way of the fight, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Hopefully that will not take place. Also, likelihood of it taking place is minimal, because really his only other option then at lightweight is to fight Shakur Stevenson. And in the case of Shakur Stevenson, that's a lot more risky fight. Now, if he winds up fighting Shakur Stevenson and not Vasyl Lomachenko, even though I'm not sure that he can, because I do believe Shakur Stevenson has a fight announced for April. I think it's the April timeframe that he's fighting. So he's fighting in April. Devin is fighting in May. So if Devin either moves up or Vasyl Lomachenko wins that title, I'm thinking Shakur is next in line. But anyway you cut it, you got to take that fight. Or by the definition that you use to call Vasyl Lomachenko a duck, quack, quack, if it fits. You know what I mean? Anyway, it is what it is. You let me know what you think in the comments section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.